Hello, everyone. This is YakShaver Spring Review number 90. This is holiday season, so we just only have a few team members present. So let's jump into what we've done this week. So our goal from last week was to create an onboarding wizard for desktop app, and that's done. And the second goal is to get someone else outside of the YakShaver team to start canary testing. That's not done yet, but the whole app is ready to be tested.
Yeah, that onboarding wizard was the main issue blocking a lot of people from passing it. So now we have it. We're ready to move on.
Right.
Thank you.
And here's the timesheet. This is not up to date. I'll update the timesheet after this meeting. And let's jump into the details. So we've got two main PBIs. One is the thought process no longer shown in execute task panel. We used to have AI thinking process steps in the log. However, that disappeared. But now Lewis has fixed it. So now we can see all the chain of thoughts from the AI. And the second important one is the onboarding wizard. So that makes the user sign-up process a lot smoother. So it's a guided 3-step wizard. So people can just click next, 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 and they are done. Any questions, Adam?
Is there a done video of that new wizard?
Not at the moment, but I'll get Tino to do a done video for that. Tino is only working a few days last week, so he didn't have time to do the done video.
Could anyone else have jumped in and done it for him?
I'm
Yes.
not sure. Yes.
How can you be not sure, Rick?
But I think Tino is back next week.
Yes, but knowing he jumped off and this is the final thing and you want feedback, the most important thing in a sprint review is to gather feedback.
Right.
A done video would be awesome because you quickly see what the experience is like.
Right. Yeah. I guess someone else could record it for him, but during the sprint, we have another major bug came out from Microsoft CI/CD pipeline. So me and Stephen would jump into to look into the issues because that's more important. So we were spending our time looking to the CI/CD pipelines. If that didn't happen, yeah, someone else could do a done video for Tina.
And who would have probably done that?
I would love to. Maybe okay. Willow or Stephen would do it as well.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yep. Next, co-coverage. Co-coverage didn't change. We stay at 28%. And I'll get Stephen to do the deployments.
Yep. Thanks, Rick. So for last sprint, we had 3 production release for Teams app and 12 production release for the desktop app. That is a lot considering most of us were on the holiday. And for the application health, we had 100% availability. Although we can see a little bit server response time pick up during the beginning and the end of the weekend, that was because the server was on cold starting. We have a user doing shades during the weekends. That's why it caused a cold starting, and we see these 2 peaks on the response time. Otherwise, the entire app was healthy. And
do you think in the UI when that happens, we should say like some little emoji, like the cold emoji or something, so that people realize, oh, it kicked open now?
No, I don't think so.
Really? Really? Okay.
Well, look, it's if you look at that graph, the difference is 200. It's a bit hard to see, but 200 milliseconds to 800 milliseconds, and that's on the YakShaver Teams app, where you can't really see what it's doing anyway. So I'm not sure if the value that would be added by having a snowflake emoji indicate it's taking an extra 600 milliseconds in a process that already takes, you know, many seconds already. Like that's going to be a negligible difference, really.
Sure, I agree.
And actually, if you
Because
zoom out, you can see on the 30-day graph, there was actually a massive spike some time ago, and these spikes that look big on the 7-day graph are actually tiny compared to that. So that shows the value of the 30-day zoom out, doesn't it? Those spikes actually aren't that big after all. If they were like 10 seconds extra or something, then maybe it would make sense.
Yeah. And for the leaderboard, for the past week, we had for the past 30 days, we have Josh on the top of the leaderboard, and followed by Jeffrey and Tiago.
By the way, this leaderboard still looks. Is it just me, or when I see Josh 6 shaves plus 23, I'm like, how does that work? And I remember, oh, I have to look over on the right to see he's actually 29. Is it just me, or should the number below Josh be the current number of shaves and not what he did last time? Does anyone else have the same issue I have, or am I unique in my reading of the information?
I'm not sure. I feel it's normal to me. It's like Josh had a 6 shave in the previous window and had a 23 increase.
Yeah, but there's such a visual difference between Josh 6
Right, I
shaves plus
understand.
23
Yeah.
and then all the way on the other side 29. I think that should all just be compressed together so you don't have to look all over the place.
Yeah, we can talk to designer and see if we can improve this visual effect.
Sure.
Okay. Any questions? Otherwise, I'll hand back to Rick.
So next, we'll get Willow to talk about the roadmap.
Yeah, sure. So for the roadmap, our progress is 90% now, as we have 2% improvement, and we have also some changes for the portal UI UX improvements. That's 3% increase, and we have also for some increasement for the client portal reporting. Yeah, that's for the roadmap. And we can scroll down to see the backlog stats. And so 31 of 35, they are 31, they are labeled with YakShaver, and we got the 21 completed, that's plus 14 net change. And for the desktop, we got 87% of them labeled. Yeah, that's pretty high. And for the R&D part, there's no R&D part involved during this week. And also for AI tools.
Sorry, back on that stuff.
Yeah.
Sure. I wonder, Callum, if it would be a good idea to have a menu item in YakShaver that gives you this text rather than using that backlog sprint tool thing. Whether we should incorporate it in.
In YakShaver, as in like the Teams chat, or
no,
how would
not
you
the Teams
access
chat.
it?
I'm thinking of going to the portal and looking at a particular project, and then it gives you this, so you could just copy it out of there.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay. Rick, can you YakShave that after this meeting?
Sure.
Okay. So for AI tools, Steven has used Gemini 3 this week.
Or you should
yeah,
bold the different ones. That's what we normally do.
okay,
Is that the only new one?
Yeah, that's the only changes for AI tools. Yeah, and then for the tenant stats, Rick, can you scroll down a little? Yeah, thank you. So we got 43 tenants this week. We have one new tenant, but yeah. And then we have 19 shaves for the teams and 5 for the MCP. Because of the holiday thing, there's not that much saves. Yeah. Okay, that's all. I'll hand back to Rick.
All right. So next section is the Copilot stats, and Colin's going to walk us through this.
Yep. So it looks like Rick, in his capacity as stand-in Scrum Master, did the majority of the talking. Callum, as product owner, I guess, is second. That's me. Stephen was third, and Willow in fourth place. And obviously only 4 people this week, sort of a skeleton crew. What was the main item that was completed? Of course, being brief, we're zooming all over the page, so I don't know where we are. The main item was the onboarding wizard for the desktop app, which is very exciting and a much demanded feature. So we're glad we got that in there. And that's it. Sprint retrospective. Looks like it was mostly a Callum retrospective. I said the wizard is a good addition. A lot of the small bugs that I mentioned recently have been actioned very quickly, which is awesome. And we are ready to obviously get someone outside the team to test. And Willow agreed with that. What didn't go well? So Stephen mentioned that Microsoft delivered us a Christmas gift in the form of an Azure CLI bug that broke the deployment pipeline, but that was swiftly corrected by the team. Adam, did you want to add something?
Sorry, is that a long-term bug? Like, is that a change in
No,
direction from Microsoft, or
it was basically a breaking change in one of the command line outputs. So we just had to adapt to the new output.
Oh, okay. So I think that you should put there, it's fixed. Rick, just put in brackets, fixed. Because it sounds like
Good
could
point.
still be.
Yes, because it is no longer a problem, but it was.
Yeah.
How much
time did it eat?
Anyone know?
How much time did it take to
Eat.
fix, or
Yeah, well, yes. How much time did it take to fix?
about 1 or 2 days?
Oh, okay. And were you unhappy with the way Microsoft delivered that change?
Yes, very unhappy. It's unintended. It's a bug, and it broke everyone's pipeline, I guess.
Everyone
in the world.
Yeah, I think almost.
And did you read any of the threads on it? Should we report it back to Microsoft?
Now there's already a open issue on the GitHub repo.
Right. Okay. All right.
I wonder if we could try using YakShaver to put an issue on the Microsoft repo.
Maybe.
We should do that soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, carrying on. I mentioned it is difficult to do the sprint meetings properly without Lewis and Tom, because Lewis has some special knowledge about the App Insights dashboard, and Tom has some special knowledge about the tenant stats, although Stephen was able to figure out the tenant stats, and I guess we as a team figured out the other stuff. But there is a bit of knowledge locked up in their heads. We need to improve the email template with some more links, or improve how we get the tenant stats or something like that. For what needs to improve, I mentioned that the wizard could be more user-friendly if it had checkboxes where you can just say tick to add GitHub MCP, because currently you need to type in all the GitHub MCP configuration, but it's always the same for everyone if you're using the OAuth version, because you don't actually put your credentials in there, you just give it the URL. So I think we can make it even easier if you just tick a box to add it, and then you don't have to actually type anything at all.
Is there already a YakShaver for that? Or...
There is. I YakShaved it mid-sprint planning, so it'll be in next sprint.
All right. So Rick, could you add the link on that underneath that before
I think it
sending
was
this email?
442.
And also add one more point after this, which is someone on the team should have had a discussion with Tino to ask, can one of us do the done video for your thing so we can show at the sprint?
Yes, good point. Because the wizard is obviously a very important piece of UX since it was blocking all the canary testing. So everyone wants to see it.
Great. Oh. All right, so that's all for the retrospective. So we'll jump into the planning. Okay, so next week, our goal is still to get someone outside of YakShaver team to start canary testing. And here are the PBIs that we pulled from last sprint. So those were pending, in review, in progress. Most important ones is this one, canary testing. And then there are a few things that Callum shaved in the middle of the spring. And as he mentioned, we should add preset MCP server for onboarding checklist. And there's also other PBIs to improve the UI and UX of the onboarding experience. Any questions, Adam?
No, all good.
All good. All right, so from AI's analysis, the next priority is to address the MCP server onboarding checklist feature. I think that's pretty spot on. Yeah, so once we got that done, the canary testing should be more smooth now. Cool. And this video will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.